welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Rose and I'm on a debt-free journey and I'm budgeting each and every paycheck just so that I can know where every dollar is going on this financial journey. All right, so I'm approaching my June 15th paycheck. I am paid semi-monthly. Both myself and my husband were paid semi-monthly, so we do 2 budgets per month. We are approaching the June 15th paycheck, so I want to update my May 31st budget, just 3 line items, then I can move into my June 15th budgeting. All right, so let me just do a quick update to a few items on the May 31st budget so we can get started. So let me just skip over to my expense tracker. All right, so today, the 14th, we purchased fuel for car number 1 for $50.23. So that brings the fuel total up to $152.27. My Toyota subscription came out today for $8, so that brought my subscription up to $16.98. So I'm just going to go over and update the budget with those actuals. So this is my subscription. I am also going to update the credit card section with the amount that was paid. These are all showing pending in the account, so I'm just going to go ahead and update them with the actual amount. So I'm going to take off the color of these. Okay, so for the fuel, I have $17.73 left over. For groceries, for this period, I have $34.56 left over. So in my housing and general expense category, I'm going to move over $52.29. Going down to my subscription. So I initially budgeted $10 for a subscription, but I paid with the Toyota subscription coming out today. That brought me up to $16.98. So I'm $6.98 over for this line item, which is going to be offset from this $52 right here. So I'll be transferring $45.31 as rollover for my June budget. Okay, so let me just skip over to my June budget so I can start the budgeting for June. All right, so rollover is equal to this amount right here. Combined income for the period is $3,124.43 is the amount that we're going to be using for budgeting. No overtime, no bonus. Family contribution is going to be $362.12. So this is covering utilities and the girls' portion for their cell phone bill. So that's the amount that they are going to be transferring into me. I'm not transferring anything from my emergency fund, and nothing is coming from my savings for this period. So I'm going to be using $3,531.86 to create this budget for this period. All right, so let me just back up a little bit to explain my budgeting period. My budgeting period starts on the 15th of the current month and it runs through the 14th of the following month because we are paid twice monthly, semi-monthly, on the 15th and the last day of the month. So my June 15th paycheck is going to be covering all expenses from June 15th until June 30th. All right, and like I mentioned before, total amount that is available for budgeting is $3,531.86. All right, so let's get into strategically allocating this money because we need to keep our roof, we need to keep our utilities, we need to keep food in the fridge. All right, so let's get into it. I'm going to start with my housing and general expense category first, and I'm going to be budgeting for car insurance. Let me get my car insurance is $441. All right, so if you have been following me, I've been mentioning that my car insurance, it just keep increasing for both cars. So I did call the company and I was told that the state where I live in has increased the premium. So that is why the increase is reflecting in our bill. So I am going to try to see if we can get another company where we can get probably the same or close to the same coverage that we have and for a lower cost. So that is in the books to be done. All right, so for water, I still haven't received the water bill because we just moved. And when I went to the office, they told me we will not be getting a bill until probably the end of June or in the mid of July. So I probably will have a bill due July 20th. If it's not due July 20th, it's going to be August 20th. So I'm going to be skipping this for now. Security was already paid. Cell phone total is $243.07. Internet is coming up on the 27th, and that's gonna be $70. My true natural gas is $64.12. Electricity also coming up on the 28th is going to be $128. I'm going to budget $70 for my life insurance. No, I don't have to budget for life insurance because it's going to be due on the 28th. So when I get paid at the end of the month, I'll see if I can make a payment for life insurance. I normally pay life insurance to cover the quarter. So I'm just going to double check to see if I need to pay this month or it's going to be due July because I normally pay in increments of 3 months. All right. So for fuel, I am going to be budgeting $150 fuel and $150 for groceries. I am not expecting any co-pays. We have no appointments coming up in the next couple of days. Prescription, I believe we are okay on prescription as well. So I'm just going to leave that zero for life insurance for now. Okay, so for housing and general expense, I budgeted $1,246.19. For sinking funds, I'm gonna budget $19 to cover this period for my pest control. My pest control for the quarter is gonna be $112. The next service is due in September, so I am splitting that up according to our pay period. So I'm doing six savings of $19. Let me see if that's correct before I say 112 divided by 6. All right, so it's $18.66. I'm gonna round it up to $19 for June, July, and August, and then I'll be ready for them with my $112 in September. Savings challenge. I am gonna skip savings challenge for right now. No emergency fund. All right, so I'm gonna skip expense cushion as well because I normally put anything that is left over in the expense cushion. For savings, I'm gonna take out investment and say sinking funds because I do have investment, but that is taken out directly from my paycheck before anything else. So that is good. And I also have some investment that is combined with the life insurance as well. So that's covered already. Moving along to personal and discretionary, I am not going to be doing any budgeting for this category. So I'm just going to cover all here with zeros. I have $2,266.67 left over, and I'm going to be going to my debt section of my budgeting right now. And this section is the section that normally takes up majority of our paycheck. So for car number one, that payment is $244.19. And if you're watching me for the first time, my debts are on the split pay method. So with the split pay method, I divide the monthly payment into two based on our paychecks, and I pay a half mid-month and a half at the end of the month. That makes it a little bit easier for us to manage. So if you have bigger bills that you think this strategy might help you, then I would suggest that you go ahead and look into it and see if it will work out for you. All right, so moving along to car number two, that half payment for this period is going to be $330.94. Credit cards for this period is $467. Personal loan is $620.37. I normally would have rounded this up, but I'm going to stop rounding it up and use the exact figures. Loan number 2 is $383.16. I'm leaving extra debt payment for right now. Subscription, I'm going to skip over to May to see how much I use for subscription. I can $16.49. So I'm going to be budgeting $17 for subscription just to be on the safer side. I don't think I'm going to be needing all of this $17 because I canceled one of my subscription and I'm thinking of canceling my Toyota subscription as well because I honestly do not remember what is it I'm paying that $8 to Toyota for. So I'm gonna be looking into that, and if I can save $8, why not save $8? All right. So I'm covering here with zeros as well. All right, so there is $304 and a penny left over to be budgeted. So I am going to put that in the did not budget category, and I'm just leaving it here. I'm just gonna go back up here and see if I covered everything that is due for this period, and I'm also going over my notebook as well. All that is covered, that's covered. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this right here. Hopefully I don't have to use it, and then I'll be able to move it over to rent as soon as I am able to do my check-in for this budget. I'll be able to move it over into the rent category. Leaving it there just in case there are any unforeseen occurrences that needs that money. Hopefully there will be none, so I will have $304 towards my rent coming July 1st. All right, so just let us go do a quick recap. All right, so we had $3,531.86 to budget. For the housing and general expense category, I covered utilities, transportation, which is going to be fuel for the car, and groceries for $150. Total is $1,246.19. That was allocated for housing and general expense category. $19 was allocated for sinking funds, specifically for my pest control service, which is coming up in September. We are not expecting any activity for personal and discretionary because we are definitely on a no spend. Let me say a no spend because of how tight the budget really is right now. Moving along to the debt section, $1,945.66 allocated to cover debt for this period, and $17 allocated for subscription. And we are leaving this $300.04 in did not budget. Hopefully we will be able to move that over to rent come the end of the month. All right, so there you have it. That's how I'm planning to use my $3,531.86. I hope that this video inspire you to take control of your finances, to start, if you haven't started yet, to start doing some budgeting and to see how your money is stretching, what it's covering, what you need to cut, or what you need to pay more attention to. All right, so remember that this is just my plan. Things might not go the way that I want it to go. Hopefully it will go the way that I plan it, or even better. Let me know in the comment section if you have any strategies, anything that you see that I can probably improve on. I will welcome that feedback as well. So if you like this video, if you like this content or this type of content, please hit the like button. You can also consider subscribing as well for more of my budgeting videos, my financial content, and also to push this video out to others who might be able to benefit from the way that I'm doing my budget. All right, so until next time, happy budgeting.